crazy how as soon as I pull out the phone, all the dragonflies and butterflies that were around disappear. I'm gonna go find somewhere in the shade. The shade. What's up, people? Let me know if we got a good stream. Hopefully it's not pixelating and stuff too much. Look at my hair. I've been growing that shit out. I haven't had a haircut in like 4 months. I'm going 80s style. Almost got a mullet again. Well, I would have a mullet if I shaved the sides, for sure. I would have a mullet if I shaved the sides, for sure. I don't know, I went through a phase where I felt like I wanted to get a haircut for a while when they were all closed down. And then when they reopened not too long ago, now I got in the phase where I don't want to cut it. So, and it has nothing to do with like the virus or stuff like that, because unfortunately I gotta wear them when I go into the stores because it's like mandatory. But when I'm out and about, I don't wear them. There's people walking around here, they're jogging and stuff with them on and everything like that. You know, unless we have like physical radiation in the air or something like that, that I gotta go get medical equipment and really protect myself. I'm not gonna have a false sense of something just by putting that on, because that ain't protecting nothing. It's just collecting all the shit too within it, and then you're breathing that shit in, like filtering it in, you know, because all the material that you're wearing on the mask, in my opinion, it's collecting whatever shit is coming at you anyway, right? And then it's filtering through the fabric and the material that's made out of, and then some of them are like cloth, and then you're breathing in that shit. It's like you're slowly puffing it in. I don't know. That's what it seems like to me. You would need like a whole shield, a helmet shield, to protect yourself, you know, a contained environment over you. Not just a paper little fucking, you know, come on. You know, there's people that I've seen where just me taking my morning walk that I take sometimes on video. You know, I don't confront them or anything, because it's not my, let them do what the hell they want. If they touch me, it's a different story, right? But they walk by me and they don't have a mask, and when they're walking by, they'll put their hands over their mouth for the 2 seconds that they pass. Not just me specifically, anybody. How crazy is that? So you're putting your dirty hand in your face. You're out jogging in the wilderness, touching shit, right? Just being out, and you're gonna put your freaking hand over your mouth and over your lips. Forget it. It's just, I'm not gonna explain it anymore. You get the imagery, right? That's why I don't ever talk about like too much political stuff either, because it's not worth debating with stupidity with people. If you actually even think you're debating about the staged event, staged information, you know, you're not debating about any real truth, what's going on behind the scenes and everything. So what the hell are you all getting all crazy about? Because you don't even know what the fuck you're arguing about. Don't even make no sense at all. At all. So let me get some out in the sun. I can't even see the screen or anything like that. It's funny how I got 6 likes and only 5 viewers. Shows you how much shit is ass backwards. There, see? before I started doing this video, there was like 6 or 7 dragonflies around me, and a couple of butterflies. And then as soon as I turned on my phone, they all went over there now. You could see them all. I don't know if you can. They left the radiation area. Let me see. You can see all of them now. They're right here. I don't know if you could see them on screen, on the camera, but there's a whole bunch of them. I got a dragonfly tattoo, a big one on my arm too. Well, pretty big for a dragon. It's like twice or 3 times the size of the biggest dragonfly you've ever seen. It's like, you know, I've never really seen one that big. I've seen big ones, but not as big as. It's a little. It's like, I guess, double the size of a normal dragonfly. I didn't want to get it any bigger than that because it was on my arm. Plus, I got it like 20 years ago. Let me see who's in the chat room. Morning, Johnny. What's up, brother? Rus? What does Rus mean? Well, in Italian, Russo, Rus or Russo means Russian. So, it can also mean red, you know? So, red could mean red, Russian, something like that. My brother-in-law's name, he comes from, his family has Russo on his side. So, yeah, it could mean red, it could mean Russian. I don't know in other languages what it means, but I know in Italian that shit means Russian or red. So I wanted also to talk about some amazing portable personal harmony items we got here at the Mystical Spiral. And today we're going to do a giveaway. The first person who makes a purchase will receive not only the free gift that I give with the purchase, but also another special item, a Quartz phantom generator. I only had a limited amount of these at one time. They never even ended up going up for sale on my website. I only had about gifts or over time through someone who made like a purchase on my website that bought a few items or something like that. So very special when I give one of those out. They're really strong. They're like a Lemurian tower, like a phantom. Some call them phantom generators. I know that sounds a little dark kind of name, but some call them phantom generators. But they're quartz towers, like, you know, clear quartz towers. Some of them have some little marks inside. It's not completely clear, or some of the most raw of Lemurian quartz too are not the clear ones. They're the ones that have all sorts of cloudy, you know, marks and stuff all over them. Those are like really raw and powerful. Sometimes when you have a more polished crystal, it's more I think it deadens the energy sometimes more in some ways, but the raw ones are my favorite, at least for me. I feel like they're more, there's a more energetic feeling. Like Lemurian quartz, some of it, like raw Lemurian quartz, for me feels way more powerful than just a regular quartz. So you could feel, I could feel it just when I look at it too sometimes. You could feel it, the difference. So you guys can see right here. I can't see the screen, so I'm walking to try to find the right shady area, because I can't see the screen to like see where I'm pointing to and if I'm even in the right shot. I know there's a little break off here that goes to a path. That's where I'm looking for. Damn, they plowed the one. This used to be an entrance into the pathway right there. They plowed that shit. Oh wait, I could still get to it. See, look, this is a little pathway back in the woods, the rock wall, and then this shit is crazy back there. Hold on. How's the feed coming in, guys? Is it all pixelated? Hey, baby. Also, anyone who wants to donate in the super chat or on my PayPal will also receive a special gift. I have charms to give away as well. So depending on the donation, depends on the gift that you'll get. But I only have one phantom generator to give away today. That's it for the phantom generators, the quartz ones. And that will of course be if someone makes a tensor tool purchase on my website. Wow, there's too much spider webs right here. Hold on, let me find a good spot. This should be all right. Jason hockey mask. My baby's in the chat room. Mika. All right, so here we go. This is one of the new items we have at the Mystical Spiral. This is custom made jewelry here and personal harmonizer kit. Now, not only is it the coolest necklace, pendant, jewelry you can find. I mean, look at it. It looks dope. It's amazing. Copper. I mean, pure copper. Powerful in itself. And it's a miniature harmonizer. A literal miniature harmonizer. And let me tell you, with harmonizers, it's not about the size of the harmonizer. You know, in the harmonizer in the harmonizer world, size doesn't matter like that. I know. You know, so it's not the size of how large or small the harmonizer is, it's how it's made, and the energy of it is, it doesn't matter. You still get the same benefits with a smaller harmonizer. The only thing is that the range of it is not as strong. You know what I mean? So it won't get as much distance as the bigger harmonizers. The bigger harmonizers will have a field of like a field of what's the word I'm looking for? Like a, you know, not just range, but like a field of intent for, you know, a certain amount, maybe up to a mile. The bigger ones, some of them even longer. But this one is more for your personal atmosphere, and, you know, like between 0 to 100 feet or more in front of you even. So these small ones are literally the same power as a big one. If you put them side by side, they'll be just as powerful. But the bigger one will have a more further range. So they're just as powerful as the bigger ones. Don't get them confused. And they are, you could see the Infinity Pendant is attached to this. So not only does it make it a cooler piece of jewelry to wear, but it enhances and amplifies the higher dimensional connection and the connection between your infinite light body. It's the Merkava symbol as well, and it connects your physical to spiritual, and it helps harmonize the balance. The infinity symbol and the harmonizer basically are a representation and a technology of the same sort of you know, the same sort of like details. Like the same energy emits from the infinity symbol as it does out of the harmonizer. They're both meant to have like agricultural benefits, personal benefits, harmonize the atmosphere. You can, you know, make personal harmony. It literally deals with you on a cellular and a light body level with harmonic resonance. It literally helps balance the frequency of who you are. literally. And it can even help with the if there's a stinky room, a smell in the room, it can help balance that energy and help with the smells in the room. It pulls the negative into the base and replenishes it up through the top. You can see it's got the AccuVac harmonizer system flowing together. The coil in the middle keeps that constant flow of sucking the negative through the bottom, through the base, and replenishing it up through the top and back in. So it's a built-in portable harmonizer, both personal and spiritual. And I mean, you can't have a better, you could feel it just by looking at it and holding it. You can feel the thump in your chest. You could feel the field around you, your biofield around you being balanced. You could if you're getting angry and you're wearing one of these, then something's really wrong, because I could feel almost immediately it changes how you feel. If you're in a bad mood, if things are not, if you put one of these on, even wearing these at night, it will balance your sleep habits. It'll balance your sleep time. It'll help you have a more balanced sleep and dream. In every way, it could balance. They could be used for children, pets, all of that. Now I have also bigger harmonizers, but first let's look more. And the infinity symbol is so powerful. And I also have the infinity symbol with the energy circle field around it, with a tensor ring inside the energy field is the infinity Merkava symbol. That's also available on my website. Now let's take a look at the harmonizer a little bit. Yeah, it's like a vacuum, Mika. It pulls it like a vacuum, the negative. Sucks all the negative pain, the negative energy in the room, the negative, harmful fungus, bacterias, all of that. It literally pulls it in and replenishes it. It is really harmful to bacteria and fungus like that and all of that. So, and it's not a cure. It's a remedy. You know, it won't cure the problem, but it will balance it and harmonize it for that time. But you would still, if you had mold in the room, you would still have to get rid of the mold. But it will harmonize the effects of the mold, that of what they can do to you and the people in the room. You know what I mean? So it'll help. Now, it won't completely stop it from affecting you, but it damn sure takes the percentage away, 80%, maybe 90%, sometimes almost completely, you know. But you would still have to remove the harmful mold. But the harmful, molecules and everything that's emanating from the mold and coming towards you, that's what it helps keep you away from the effects that what it can do and things like that. So you could still have it contaminate you in a way, I guess, but it's definitely reduces it. Sometimes allergies and things like that, with even my nose cage, respiratory cage, pineal cage, whatever you want to use it for, that literally takes away the symptoms of your allergies or your cold almost immediately. You know, I know from personal use. I wouldn't have it here if I didn't know from personal use. Now, let's take a look at the harmonizer for a second, because this goes with the big ones and the small ones that I have. They have either 6 or 8 rings. Now, you could see you have the AccuVac in the middle here. The AccuVac is that coil in the middle, but also the cage, the Faraday cage around it, the copper cage around it, the dome-like cage that you see around the AccuVac. You can see there's on this one 8 rings, right? 8 rings. You could see 8 separate tensor field rings on this that's forming this cage around the AccuVac, right? So some of them have 6 of those rings. This one has 8. This is the more high-end one, the 8 rings. The 6 rings is a little bit less expensive because there's a little bit less copper used. You know, that's just the way it goes. And they're both very powerful. The energy field of the 8 rings are, of course, a little bit more strong. And this is an 8 ring light body Harmonizer pendant. Amazing. We also have 8-ring big harmonizers that are for either a desktop or an altar or wherever you want to put them in your bathroom. They harmonize any office, any car, you know, anywhere you bring them. I mean, this one is good for just driving in your car if you have this, but the big ones, I mean, you could put them in any work situation. You know, office environment is amazing for that, you know. And for, you know, between $100 and $200, if you're getting something that can harmonize the atmosphere of your work environment, of your home environment, of your personal space, to me, that is, it's priceless. And of course, like I said today, there's a free giveaway with every purchase. Always on my website, I give a little special gift. I don't think there's too many times I don't include some sort of little special gift. With every tensor tool purchase, I include a little special either stone or crystal or charm with every gift, depending on what I have at the time and the stock and the amount of the purchase, right? So today, not only will I give that special gift away with every purchase, but I will give an extra special gift to the first purchase of a tensor tool on my website, and that's a Lemurian quartz or a phantom quartz tower. You know, a quartz tower. You know, it's very nice. It's about this big, and it's really intense. It's the only one I have left to give away. I only had a small amount at one time, and I never ended up putting those for sale. I also have other Lemurian quartz towers that are going up for sale on my website, but those are the bigger ones. I have some bigger ones that are going up for sale. I sold out of the Lemurian wands. I don't know when or if I'll ever get those back in again. They are truly amazing. The stock that I had lasted about a year, and just about 3 or 4 days ago I sent out the last one, and those were really powerful. And for $45 they were, you know, they were a lifetime, once in a lifetime purchase. Very raw energy. So what I do have that's very special that no one has seen yet is big Kyanite specimens, and they have to be weighed out, and I have to figure out the right amount for shipping because I can't include shipping. If you guys don't know that any purchase in the United States, the shipping is included in the price on my website. International is a different story. I got to charge for shipping. And actually, if you're going to order international, it's better to order a few items because it tends to be more of like a flat rate when I do the bigger box sending international, to make sure it's like, so it's better to order a few items because you're going to have just about the same rate shipping, you know. So but everything is included in shipping on my national, you know, United States orders. So shipping is included with the charge. And with the pendants, you get necklace of material, you get a free little gift, and you get the item you ordered. So it's definitely worth it. And like I said, it's a once in a lifetime purchase. If they do get, because sometimes copper, sometimes copper, it's almost like the old Italians in my family when they start speaking English, or the ones that are first born here, that are from the Bronx especially. The way they say the T's and the R's or TH's, like the toilet, or even T with a T, like they'll be like turlet, or my throat. My throat hurts, or I gotta throw the ball. I gotta throw it, or tree. I did it 3 times, you know, 3 and 4, but it's tree. So let me talk about the readings, because Thoughts and Perceptions Out Loud have the readings. Now, I did readings for free for many years until I actually was learning how to interpret the symbols and what I was seeing in the bio system of people the right way. It's taken me 3 decades basically to be able to really pinpoint. And Johnny will tell you right in the I think a couple people in the chat room have gotten readings from me. You know, I could pull out certain dates and certain things with people in certain times of their life where, you know, through multiple incarnations, usually certain things come to me, and it's pretty magical. And the thing about the readings is that if you purchase either the half hour or the hour reading by donating to my site, it comes with a package where anything, the initial reading for the time, the energy of, well, it's, you donated, but any healing that I have to do on you in the future, or clearing that I do for you either personally or through a conversation that we have either online or something like that, it's free of charge. I don't charge for any healing in the future. So like there's times where, of course, if you want to donate, that's fine, or if people want to purchase another reading, but like other people, but when it comes to clearing and helping heal, I never charge for that, and no healer, ever does. So when it comes to like anything that we discover during the reading, where I might discover certain attachments in your aura, or certain things that have thought forms that have become little boogeymen on your souls, and all these little things that you can find in readings, helping you clear in the future, or anything that we do in the future, of course, is free of charge. That's how I work. So $100 or a $250 donation is like a huge package that goes along with that, and it's definitely worth it. So that is the 8-ring harmonizer, 8-ring light body harmonizer with the Infinity Pendant. And it really is like a portable harmony AccuVac system for taking away negative energy and negative toxic effects of harmful waves of energy that are in the atmosphere around you. Literally. I can't be looking at the screen right now because there's a lot of spider webs. I don't want to get around me. Then every time I get a spider web around me, some way or another, that spider got attached to me in some part of my body. And I don't feel like getting any spider bites today. See, this is only overgrown. I don't think I can even go in this trail. In the winter you can, but in the summer this shit is overgrown. I've had some weird experiences in here where a chill came over my body, and then all of a sudden, like, a weird animal appeared. Like a deer would just be there out of nowhere, or a deer would seem to disappear, or some sort of weird like big bird would appear and then be gone just as fast. It very, very interesting. This is like the woods of the familiar, the forest of familiars or something, and this is sacred ground for sure. It's always been sacred ground. These are prehistoric walls. The walls that are over here, they were here long before the Catholic Church had these grounds. And all these, they might have dumped more rocks over top of it, but they've been here for hundreds and hundreds of years. I don't even know if the Native Americans put them here. It's probably before that even. Some of them are massive, and they're not using cement. They don't use cement, and they've been staying together for hundreds of years, pieced together perfectly. They're not using cement between these rocks. That's for damn sure. And they go for miles. They're in my dad's backyard. They're in my wife's mother's backyard. And my dad's house is only a couple hundred yards from here, literally. It's like a little over a football field's. Once you get out of the woods here, you walk past that big Mary, that big Madonna that I've shown you guys on video, and you cut in through the hole in the fence behind it, and then you walk down the hill right there. And my dad's house is right there. So, they go all around here, and it's basically, I feel, on energetic lines. It's like a dowsing system. Even the birds seem to migrate and go the way of the walls. Like even the geese, the deer, they seem to follow those lines of the walls as well. more than, and you know, some of them are in the middle of the forest and the woods. So I guess they could say property line, but they're high, right? And most people, historians, tell you they were meant to keep in people's cattle, and they were to keep in livestock and shit like that, right? But some of them are in the middle of the forest, and everything that's around them are trees that are hundreds of years old. So you think that means people had, you know, you're looking over the fact that, okay, so there was an advanced civilization somehow, that trees are with them. Like, there's no space for the cattle, right? So it wasn't cleared land. It wasn't like you were farming or putting them around a farming system or whatever. You're putting it around, you're mapping out the sacred land, maybe even so people can see from above, you know? Yeah, I have, so of course I have the copper tools, and not only the copper tools are personal healing, both physical and spiritual, and it's not esoteric. I guess you could say the spiritual side if you want to, but there's science behind the spiritual side as well. But it's literally science. The copper ions that come from the copper, that pulsate from the copper, literally change your blood. It literally helps heal your body. Literally helps pull the negative out and put positive back in. That's the way the copper interacts with our DNA and our blood. You know, it's science, and it's about harmonic resonance and frequency. And harmonic resonance can change you on a cellular level and a spiritual level. And with the crystals is that I could carry 1,000,000 crystals, right? I can, but I don't, because I wait until I can find what feels right, and it's the highest grade of that specific crystal I can find, and I wait to get what, you know, the best possible crystal I could find for, you know, for everybody. So there's only a few that I carry. So any crystals I carry on my website for purchase, there's some that I might give away that are like polished, that I might have bought bulk at certain times. But the ones that are for sale are all raw, amazing, never had a previous owner, but the connection that I got them from, and they're as highest grade as I can possibly find. So that's, when you see crystals on my website, trust me, they're of the highest grade. And one of the ones I use the most is, I'm basically like the Kyanite guy, because that's my main one. Because Kyanite, it never loses its potency, and it never has to be like cleaned. Basically, it retains its energy forever. Kyanite is technology from Atlantis. I know it. The first time I ever saw it and felt it, it told me that. Basically, it was a knowing that came over me. I have rose quartz crystal skulls. I have rose quartz is another one that I really like. In the chat room, we'll get to that in a minute. But Kyanite is one of the best, and I have giant specimens of Kyanite. I have small little regular pieces of Kyanite, and I have Kyanite clusters. I have all sorts of Kyanite that are available. The only ones that I haven't put on the website yet are the Kyanite Specimens, the big ones. I have them for sale, though. So if somebody wants one today, they can purchase one today. Just contact me on my email at themysticalspiral.com. Otherwise, I really hope they will all be up by the end of the week. I'm pretty sure they will be. I just have to finish taking pictures and getting the shipping together about how I'm going to ship them, because they're heavy. A lot of them are heavy. So Lemurian quartz is one of them that I try to carry. Right now I ran out of the wands, but I do have Lemurian quartz towers. They will be up on the website as well. Those ones are brand new. I'm also getting they should be here any moment now. I've been waiting for them. I know they're on their way. Watermelon tourmaline. So we're gonna have all different sizes of that as well, and they're highest grade you could find, and me and my wife have been waiting for watermelon tourmaline for a long time. So as soon as I get those, they should be coming in soon. They will be available as soon as possible. I also, guys, I have to get better pictures because I only have a couple of pictures. I have to do more pictures of my golden healer clusters because I have new ones that already came in. And I still have some of the old ones, which are just as beautiful. But the camera, I don't think the camera was doing justice some of the pictures I have up there. But I have some amazing golden healer clusters that are some of the most powerful, and they're great for like putting next to the bathtub or putting with tensor tools, like inside a tensor field generator or inside tensor rings or anything like that. You know, nobody has even really, I guess because I have a lot of different items. Well, I can't even go that way. I guess because I have a lot of different items, no one has even seen my tensor bracelets I have and tensor rings. I think only one person has gotten the water ring too. Guys, those are some of the most powerful tensor tools on my site, and for under $75 you can get a pretty big size tensor ring, and it comes with a free gift and everything. I mean, and it's all different. I have the Lost Empowerment Cubit, I have the Raw Mu Cubit. I even have the triple pendant with all 3 different cubits wrapped into it, and they're all at amazing prices. To get them with necklace material and a free crystal or stone and everything, it's really intense. So there's a lot of items to choose from, and like I said, anyone who gets the first purchase today will receive a tower, quartz tower. So if anybody would like to donate in the chat room, they wanted a personal reading, we can even do that as well. I think I have some. Actually, I only have like, hey from Montana, hey from Idaho. Are crystal specific? Okay, so I'll start answering some questions now because I was walking. The purest crystal around. I mean, I guess, you know, crystals come from like a seed, you know, and they grow. It's like a seed, just like a plant grows from a seed. Crystals have seeds of life that they come from as well. And I guess the purest crystal you can find could be anything that sort of resonates with who you are and the frequency of who you are. It could be, you know, every crystal is pure, but some of the ones that are the most purest have to do with what's inside of you, I think, and what's affected that crystal. And I would say the purest crystal around would be a crystal that nobody has ever touched before, and that is still where it originated from, and from the seed that it grew from. Like when you see natural crystals before they are mined or taken away from their original state, that would be the purest crystal around. That would be my... Where did I enter in? I'm in like... Alright. So, what else? What other questions do we have? Amethyst is amazing, powerful. Amethyst is good as a starter crystal as well. People that want to get like my first crystal, rose quartz and amethyst are good for that. Both of them are very good for that. Yeah, where do you live? Arkansas? Black Tree? Cheers, Onslow. And like I said, anybody who donates in the chat, send me your address. I have charms, little keychain charms as well I could send out. And I'm gonna try to do these live chats each day for those that can't find me on Patreon, because I do specific chats just on Patreon. But unfortunately, last few times my computer wasn't connecting right, so I might switch the computers from the one, even though my dad's house, the one I have at my dad's house might be a little older, it might work better. So I might switch computers and see how that works. Eventually I'm gonna get a new computer, but that's kind of low on that, and a phone, but that's kind of lower on my list right now with things. Shit, I passed it again. I think this is the right way. I don't know where the entrance is to the friggin' path. I think it's right here. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, sometimes with crystals too. Look at this friggin' spider web. With crystals, sometimes certain ones just call you. That's for sure. Yep, I found the right spot. You guys can see too. Tonight, these will be up on my site too, just regular tensor rings. For those that can't or want one that's a little bit cheaper than the other ones, this is just a regular tensor field, and this is very powerful. Very, very powerful. You can feel it the first time you ever touch one. You could feel the energy nipping at your fingertips. The reason why you don't feel that afterwards is because your body adjusts to the frequency, the harmonic resonance of it, and you sort of, you know, it gets used to it, and it's not as surprising anymore. Not that it's not as strong, it's just not as surprising to your body. Your body, your blood in your body balances out with the feeling of it. But the very first time you touch a tensor field, whether it's even an AccuVac, any copper tensor tool of mine, and most likely any other person out there that makes them right. Twisted Sage makes good ones. The ones Masaki has, good ones. You know, all these ones, you'll feel the first time you ever touch one, for the very first time, you'll feel it like nipping at your fingers, almost like electricity, you know, and energy. And you'll feel it up your arm sometimes. Even with certain crystals, you get this certain vibe. And, hold on. Yeah, my phone's about to die in a minute, so. But we have those as well. That's a new product. Like I said, we have both 8-ring and 6-ring big harmonizers as well as the portable pendant harmonizers. And of course, this is my signature piece, the triple spiral, the Trinacria, which was the original name for Sicily. This is either Triskelion or the Trinacria, or I call it my dream catcher Trinacria. And of course it has the regular sacred cubit tensor ring around the Triskelion. One of the most powerful pieces I have, and it's my signature piece, my spiral out edition. Water has intense memory. You can increase the memory of the water, the pH, even take the chlorine out with my water rings and my other tensor rings. Even the AccuVac can clean the water. Copper tensor tools at the mysticalspiralstore.com can definitely help with your water memory and cleanse your water and the taste of your water completely. So don't forget the mysticalspiralstore.com. We'll see you tonight, and spiral out.